Hey everyone, in today's video we'll be taking a look at the Ontario Line corridor and the neighborhoods that surround it. Early works have started in some locations, but this is more of a way to record how areas change with new transit rather than a look at the construction progress. Exhibition Station is one of the stations that will see the most change in the coming years, with a redevelopment to the north that will include housing, offices, and shops. Aside from the current TTC routes, an extension of the streetcar network from Dufferin Gate to Exhibition is also planned. Exhibition will also be rebuilt into a much larger, more modern station. I would also expect to see the GO Station ticket building being torn down soon. Near King and Bathurst, there are multiple attractions and restaurants. This is also the current endpoint of the King Street Transit Priority Corridor. A historic pub called the Wheatsheaf Tavern is located on the southwest corner of this intersection. The area around Queen and Spadina has a couple towers popping up, but still has room for more development. To the north is Kensington Market and Chinatown. Near Osgoode, there's a performing arts center and City Hall within a short walk east. Due to a 7-year road closure on Queen Street from Bay to Victoria, Metrolinx and the city will be building and restoring the streetcar tracks on Richmond and Adelaide to allow streetcar service to continue end to end. Both Richmond and Adelaide currently have streetcar tracks, but these tracks have been paved over in spots, making them unusable. Queen Station is already very built up with City Hall, Eaton Centre, Dundas Square, and St. Michael's Hospital all nearby. I would expect to see the most change inside the existing station. Some park space will need to be lost to make space for the station's entrance on the north side of Queen. Since this is a downtown station, the surrounding area has a lot of tall buildings, but there are some houses to the northeast. It will be interesting to see if the lower density area nearby will see more growth with the arrival of the Ontario Line. Corktown Station, located on the site of the first Parliament building, has meant some pushback to plans for a station there. Currently, the site has been used as a Staples and car dealership, both of which have started to close in preparation for construction. Arguably one of the biggest flaws of the project is that there aren't any plans for a station at Cherry Street, even though major redevelopment, multiple streetcar lines, and a large amount of parks and attractions will be nearby. Metrolinx has said that the spacing between stations would be too short, but the distance between Cherry, East Harbour, and Corktown would be more than 700 meters, comparable to Toronto's downtown station spacing. The tunnel portal bringing trains onto the GO train corridor will be located just south of Corktown Common. A new bridge, as well as modifications to the existing rail bridge, will be built to support new Ontario Line and GO track. East Harbour Station will also be surrounded by massive new development in what is largely an industrial area at the moment. The section of the Ontario line from Gerrard to the Don River has been the largest controversy in the whole line. Residents of the area were worried that parks bordering the rail corridor would get smaller with the addition of new tracks. Metrolinx has modified the location of new tracks and has said that space will actually be added to the parks. Some of the bridges along the rail corridor will also be rebuilt as part of this project. Locals have also worried that noise from the trains will have negative health effects. Noise walls will be built where needed and will have design features to keep the parks good-looking. Leslieville Station is bordered by parks, most notably Jimmy Simpson Park and Recreation Center. There's also a community office for the project located on Queen Street near Salter Street. The northernmost station shared with the GO corridor will be located at the relatively busy intersection of Gerrard and Carlaw. Nearby are 2 shopping malls, a couple parks, and East Chinatown to the west. Just north of Gerrard is Pape Avenue Elementary School, and Riverdale Collegiate is a short walk away. A little north of Gerrard Station is the future location of another tunnel portal. Surrounding Pape Station is Corktown and a linear park. There are a few larger apartments near Pape Station, but similar to the other Leslieville stations, it's mainly surrounded by houses. While there are some larger apartment buildings along Cosburn and Gamble, this part of East York is mostly houses. A new bridge will be built over the Don Valley. On the south side of the bridge, there will also be another tunnel portal. North of Thorncliffe Park Station and the CP rail tracks, most of the area is industrial, while south of the station, most of the area is residential and commercial. It was recently announced that Overley Boulevard will be rebuilt, so a safe street when the line opens will be really good. The storage facility at the north end of Thorncliffe Park has also been a controversy for the project because it's located in a community with visible minorities. The location also requires tearing down popular establishments such as Iqbal Foods and a mosque. As a way of helping the community, Metrolinx has partnered with the Islamic Society of Toronto to build a new Islamic Heritage Center in Thorncliffe. While most of the buildings near Flemington Park Station are relatively tall, the majority of space in this neighborhood is still empty. Also, near the station is the Ontario Science Centre and an entrance to E.T. Seton Park. At Don Mills and Eglinton, the Ontario line will connect with Line 5. The Ontario line platforms will be located above the bus bays at the almost complete Science Centre station. The area around the station is mainly parking lots and construction sites at the moment, but new housing is being built to cover the empty land.